We have not. We have not established the first film. We have not even seen what Matt Reeves, what the fuck, man? Matt Reeves on his take on Batman. We have not seen a pipe. We only see a trailer, and that's really it. And now you're talking about spin offs. Look, I didn't say a fucking word about the whole Penguin spin off that's in development. I didn't say a fucking word on any of this shit, but yet I see all this news on spin offs, on Matt Reeves, universe. They're going to have a universe in this direction. We're going to have a Penguin. We're going to have a Riddler. We're going to have a Catwoman. We're going to have all this craziness. And I'm just like, oh my God, we have not even started on what we were going to do on the first movie. Can we just hold on this whole thing and just wait for the first movie to come out and then we'll start talking about spin-offs? Maybe a Catwoman, that would be pretty cool. But it's just, you know what, it really, really, really reminds me of, I'll just say this right now, I won't be surprised if people agree with me or not, but this really just reminds me of the Sony fucking bullshit that we're having with Spider-Man. I feel like they're just doing it just because, and it just kind of upsets me. That's what we're having right now. I really dislike that. You know, I'm okay with a shared Batman universe if you do it right, which you not. Absolutely, you're not doing it. You're not doing what I really think is right. And what I think it's right, I think you should do absolutely do a Batman movie, then do a sequel, and then you have it where, okay, we do Robin, and that Robin is Dick Grayson. You do a Robin movie, then after that, in the third or fourth movie, you have Dick Grayson become Nightwing, and then after that, you do Jason Todd, and then after that, you go forward. You have that whole thing in the long run, but we're not doing that. We're not doing it at all. We're gonna just do a trilogy, and that's really it. Matt Reeves is not gonna stuck by in the long run out of all of this shit. He ain't gonna stick around, not at all. He's gonna do his trilogy and split. That's really it. And that's the problem. That's the problem that Warner Brothers has. You have a gold mine that you can milk out of. And the biggest issue that you have is you don't do what is the right thing to do. Establish things. Have this Batman already have a Bat family. If you have this Batman already have a Bat family and you have where, oh, he's experienced more and all that stuff, would have been just automatically Riddler, fucking Penguin, Nightwing, Catwoman, all that stuff. Oh, wait, we already have that, and we don't want to do jack shit with that version of Batman. We don't want to do any of that shit, and we're just going to fucking get rid of it slowly, painfully, and just pretend that shit never happened. We're going to do our own bullshit, and nobody's going to really care. And if you really think about it, that's just insulting. And I just, honestly, at that point, I just don't care anymore. And that's how I really feel. I just don't care anymore. I mean, you know, DC fans could hate on me and whatever, but I mean, oh yeah, well, dude, Tevya, apparently we're getting not just a Penguin TV show or movie, we're having a Penguin movie or TV show, we're having a Catwoman movie or TV show, and we're having a Riddler movie or TV show. I don't know. All I hear is it's in development of all these characters. Catwoman is in development, Riddler's in development, Penguin is in development, and I'm just like, and apparently we're also gonna already greenlight Batman 2, which is like, well, that's inevitable, but I'm like, I know this movie's gonna do well. I know this movie's going to crush the box office, but just not every character should have a movie or TV show. Penguin, absolutely not. Fucking Riddler, absolutely not. We don't need any of these characters except maybe Catwoman, Robin, Nightwing, fucking any other character would have been exciting. Batgirl, the right way of Batgirl, not, oh, we're going to take a black actress and we're going to have, or an actress that's nothing like the character that we know. You get what I'm saying? It's just, it's stupid. It's really, really stupid. And it just reminds me, it really reminds me of the Sony stuff. We're having a Craven the Hunter film. We're having a Morbius film. We're having all this shit. Granted, I'm like, I would say 3 of them are worth a shit. And that's really it. Like yours truly fucking Venom 2, Spider-Verse. That's something like, okay, I could take that. I could actually go with that direction. If Warner Brothers say, okay, we're going to do a Catwoman movie, we're going to do a Nightwing film, we're going to do a Batman Beyond film, and it's all going to be connected to Matt Reeves' universe, but it's going to go forward with the future. And that's something I'm like, okay. That's, I would be all for. I would be all for that. And yeah, I do agree. It does remind me of the Sony bullshit. I'm just like, you don't need to milk every dime, but yet again, if you're going to, you're doing it the wrong way. At least with Sony, I'm like, I'll give Sony a bone because they're giving me what I want. They're giving me like yours truly, Spider-Verse, Miles Morales, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man Noir. I mean, fuck. I mean, you don't see that in the MCU, and it's like, oh man, it's so good to see something like that. And now we're like, oh, Jesus Christ, Batman, you really need to get your shit together. I mean, this is not what I want. This is not what I think is really good, in my opinion. Oh, dude, I mean, like, dude, Superman doesn't make money, buddy. Superman is never a franchise material. You're stuck with fucking TV shows. I accept that as like a fact. He gets more TV shows than fucking movies. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I guarantee you, Spider-Girl will probably either in a sequel. Hell, Sony is doing that Spider-Woman movie that's a spin-off towards Spider-Verse, so you might get your wish. You might see her in that film. But I mean, but yet again, that's been like years now. I mean, that's the only time I heard they were working on a Spider-Woman type film where, like, okay, we did The Boys, now let's do Spider-Woman or Spider-Woman in a way. But I'm like, okay, let's do that. We haven't even fucking talked about that film. That film either is probably either scrapped and just merged with the Spider-Verse 2 movie, which honestly it should just be called Spider-Verse Web Warriors. That's probably going to be the direction, or hell, Spider-Man Web Warriors. That would be a good direction on that. But I mean, hell, Sony, take that shit for free. I would be all automatically go forward. But I mean, with the whole DC stuff, I'm like, dude, this is not what I want. I don't want to see a Morbius. No, Morbius. I don't want to see a Penguin film. Correct myself. I don't want to see a Riddler film. Black Cat? Oh, not Black Cat. Motherfucker. I get mixed up now. Catwoman. I don't want a Catwoman show or a movie. It's just stupid. And it just gives me that whole thinking of, gee, if they really wanted to do a milking that cow, they could have done it in the Zack Snyder universe. They could have given Ben Affleck a fucking movie. But yet again, it is what it is. I got nothing else to say. I'll tell you, you're gonna have to join with me on Star Wars Visions. Hope you know that because oh dude, that's their cash cow, Tevya. That's their John Cena. That's their Roman Reigns. That's their cash in. That's what they're making the good bucks, Tevya. You know damn well Batman is the cocksucker of money making. Or you don't. You should, because honestly, I mean, that's the type of character that I'm like instant money. You throw different monies in a movie to where, okay, you're going to do this direction. All right. I see where you're heading. I'm not really liking it. I think it's stupid. But I mean, it is what it is. I could say the same thing with Sony, but at least with Sony, I'm getting somewhat of a bone. You get what I'm saying? I'm getting somewhat of what I want. Like a Spider-Verse film, like a Venom film, and more likely in Spider-Man 4, which is probably going to be the case where we're going to have Spider-Man versus Venom, and more likely they're probably going to have them team up, have them team up and have them fight the big baddie, or they're going to have them fight in the end of the film, which automatically I could totally see that. And hearing rumors that Venom is teleported towards the Marvel Universe, like he's dropped off and he sees Spider-Man and goes down there to try to take him down, which that would be a really making sense because, I mean, why would you have Venom fighting Spider-Man? Because Venom is accused of something that he clearly didn't, and therefore Spider-Man is going to have to deal with him. That would totally make sense. That would totally make sense, right? Right. Can't be fucking ridiculous. Oh, man. I really am excited to see how they're going to do this. I mean, I'm hoping that they do a really cool, interesting direction with this whole thing. And hell, I mean, that would be really interesting direction. But as for the fucking disaster that we're really going to go for with the Matt Reeves, I could automatically see this thing be ruined. I mean, I'm pretty sure Matt Reeves just wants to do his Batman trilogy and that's really it. I don't think he will stay the long term of doing this whole universe. I just don't see it. And that is something that Warner Brothers is going to have a problem. Once again, Warner Brothers does not think. They don't think of saying, okay, we're going to do a universe. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They don't think. They don't literally see what they have and just like plan everything. Just, okay, we're going to do 5 movies and go from there. Or we're going to do 1 movie and see how that goes. Then we'll do something. At least with the Doom franchise, the whole book series of Doom, they're doing 1 movie, then do the sequels. I'll give them credit on that. But when I see Warner Brothers trying to milk every dime they could get with the fucking spin-offs of this Batman movie that has not even took off yet, it's really, really showing how Warner Brothers showing desperate of getting rid of every little thing of Zack Snyder, of what he built, and trying to bury every little thing of what Zack Snyder did to DC, and the fans are going to get pushed away. That's what they want. They want to push them away. That's why they tried to private or unlist the Zack Snyder trailer of Justice League. That's why they did all this crazy, pathetic, petty crap that you really just literally look at them like, are you really that fucking petty? Are you really that salty that he did something so fucking good and you don't want to take the L? You don't want to admit you fucked up? Boy, oh boy. That's not funny. That's just not funny. I mean, I just see that. I just don't know what else I could say. I mean, and I look at what Matt Reeves is doing, and I'm excited for the Batman movie. I think it's going to be great, but I'm not for a spin-off franchise share universe. I think it's wrong. I think a lot of times they're trying to cash in of the Joker film, and I won't be surprised when they do their version of the Joker instant movie right then and there. I mean, it's just like, oh my God, it's just, yeah. Oh, dude, that's probably going to be what I'm expecting, the final nail of the coffin. That's what I'm thinking. But yet again, people are saying, oh, Discovery's going to save this stuff. Are you sure? Are you sure that Warner Discovery is going to save that shit? I mean, if I was a studio, and now, let's just say if I bought Warner Brothers and I have the keys of the kingdom and everything between all that stuff, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do what I think is right. I'm going to do my own universe, my own direction, and the rest is history. Hell, Matt Reeves' universe could just be fucking scrapped. And that's just how it goes. I think a lot of people are not looking at this at the long run. I think a lot of people are not seeing what I see. And that's the problem. Granted, I'll be excited to see how everything is going to go, because it's going to be a fucking shit show on everything. And it's going to be a real fun how that's going to go in a direction to where Warner Discovery is going to say, yeah, Matt Reeves, we're going to take your, and yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Or we're going to cancel the Batman movie and do our own Batman movie. That's another big problem. We'll see how we'll see how things go. I mean, I'm excited on how this shitfest is gonna go. I'm excited for Spider-Man as well, but I mean, we'll talk about Spider-Man later. But I mean, in another video. But I mean, it's just I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all. And please, I'd love to know: are you excited for these fucking Batman spinoff movies or shows that they're in development? It's stupid. It's so stupid. It's so wrong in so many levels. I mean, like, if you ask me, I would at least just wait for the first movie to go off, then work our way into the sequels and spin-offs and where we go from there. If we're going to do long term, like a 9 movies of Batman, that's awesome, or 6, whatever. I would be all for it. But I mean, they really need to look at their plans, and I'm not really all for these Batman spinoffs. I'm just not. I think they're stupid, and it reminds me of what the Sony is doing right now with Spider-Man. But yet again, I will at least give Spider-Man some fucking credit on the shit that they're doing. They're doing spinoffs. What I want to see. None of these spinoffs that supposedly are announced or supposedly in development, none of them is what I wanted. You want to know what I want, Warner Brothers? Give me a Red Hood movie or a TV show. Give me a Robin show that's pretty much talks about either Dick Grayson or Jason or any of that shit. Oh, wait, we already are doing that right now with fucking Titans. It's just such a fucking shit show we have. I mean, this is why I hate DC in terms of movies. Granted, we're not talking about the comics. Oh, I could do an entire dedication channel just on that alone. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, please tell me if I'm right or wrong. Enough with the fucking Batman spinoffs. Let's wait for the fucking movie to come out.